How many villains does it take to put down a Super Saiyan God? My guess is Jiren and Beerus combined, because no one stopped Goku yet. The reason we all love Goku is because of his constant displays of strength, speed, tenacity, and his ability to never give up. Even when he's down, he comes back even stronger than before, displaying entirely new levels of power. The guy's such an inspiration, right? So in honor of the great Saiyan, in today's CBR video, we're going to look back at all of Goku's amazing feats of strength, courage, and overall badassery. Let's get started. Let's kick things off with the saga that still has the hearts of Dragon Ball fans everywhere, the Frieza saga. The moment when Goku becomes the rain on Frieza's parade as a ginormous spirit bomb plummets down from the heavens. What's so great about this moment is the last time we saw the spirit bomb, it was nothing more than the size of a basketball. But this time, rather than storing the energy in the palm of his hand, he stores the energy into a gigantic ball of light in the sky and throws it down. Not only does this show Goku's rapid increase in strength, but how pure of heart he really is. It's unfortunate that this wasn't the blow that sealed the deal, but that doesn't take away from this amazing feat of strength. It also led to a pretty cool moment later in the saga, but we'll get to that later. Who would have thought that as Dragon Ball continued, we would move beyond the world of Kais and get literal gods and angels? Who would have known Goku would take one on, and in a way, become one? That's right, I'm talking about Beerus vs. Goku. Not only did Goku get a sick new transformation, aka Super Saiyan God, but went blow to blow with Beerus to use 70% of his power. Each time their punches clashed, shockwaves were sent through the universe, even destroying a whole planet. However, the peak of this encounter is when Goku's forced to take on Beerus' attack that was pretty much the sun itself. With his new godlike power, Goku uses everything he has left to disperse and absorb that energy, saving the Earth once again. In the Tournament of Power, we're introduced to Jiren, a member of the Pride Troopers. Did I forget to mention that his power level is greater than his universe's god of destruction? I always leave that part out. Anyways, Goku wants to fight him, but fails to meet Jiren's awesome power. Never count the Saiyan out though, because Goku digs deep and fights on. Because of this, in his final clash with Jiren, Goku masters Ultra Instinct and takes Jiren to the limit. With just a flick of his arm, Goku throws what seems like 100 punches a second. What's special about this technique is that it separates a fighter's mind from their body, allowing the fighter to move freely without thought or emotion. For angels, this is simple, but even the gods of destruction struggle with this technique. But here we have a Saiyan mastering the technique and earning their respect. So Goku can now turn into a god and surpass the gods of power with Ultra Instinct. What else can this guy do? In Goku's battle with the assassin Hit, Goku has to overcome Hit's time skip ability, which allows him to skip forward in time 1/10 of a second. Like Goku always does, he surpasses his limits, bringing back the OG transformation Kaioken, which he partners with his Super Saiyan Blue form. Much like he did in his fight with Vegeta, Goku multiplied his Kaioken times 10, and with his new power and speed, Goku's able to shatter through Hit's time dimension and move faster than time itself. Now, ultimately, Goku didn't win this fight as his energy is depleted due to his use of Kaioken, and his body can't handle the strain. However, him surpassing his limits again is why it makes our list. Okay, enough super talk. Let's get back to the beginning, shall we? Vegeta vs. Goku. Now, since a huge part of this saga was pointing out Goku's insane power level, let's talk about Vegeta's. While Goku's power level was over 9,000, Vegeta's was a whopping 18,000. Knowing this makes it seem so much more insane that through the use of the Kaioken, Goku was able to quickly close the gap between them and give Vegeta a run for his money. Their difference of power comes to a head with their respective Gallic Gun and Kamehameha clash blinding the skies. To Vegeta's surprise, Goku's attack is as strong as his, and becomes stronger when Goku pushes past his body's limit and uses Kaioken times 4. Overwhelmed by his power, Vegeta blasts off again, embarrassed by the quote, low-class Saiyan. In the Majin Buu saga, Goku briefly returns to Earth to compete in the World Martial Arts Tournament. However, like all good things quickly go awry when Majin Buu returns. With barely any time left, Goku must confront Buu himself to give Trunks and Goten time to learn the fusion dance, and it's here that we witness greatness. After a series of gnarly screams, shaking the earth and shifting the skies itself with his power, Goku goes beyond, transforming into Super Saiyan 3. The transformation itself is a feat alone, but what Goku proceeds to do to Buu is even more amazing. He takes Buu to his limit, Goku turns Buu into a literal punching bag and only stops because the job to defeat Buu isn't his. That job is for the next generation. No matter what comes next in Dragon Ball, this transformation will always be one of the best. In the Tournament of Power, we witness the birth of Kefla, the Potara fusion of cauliflower and kale. With what seems like unlimited potential and limitless energy, Kefla not only makes Super Saiyan God Goku look small, but she also beats his Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue form. With his back against the wall, enter Imperfect Ultra Instinct. Checkmate. Kefla can no longer lay a finger on Goku and continually takes earth-shattering blows. This infuriates her, and she retaliates with an onslaught of ki blasts, all of which Goku dodges while charging his Kamehameha. As Goku leaps for the skies, Kefla fires a huge ki blast at Goku, and he does the unthinkable. Like a rail and Tony Hawk Pro Skater in mid-air, Goku uses his charged Kamehameha to grind on the blast until he's point blank. That's another one in the win column. Okay everybody, what was Goku's major mistake in the Cell Saga? Was it A, not defeating Cell when he had the chance? B, leaving it up to Gohan? Or C, giving Cell a freaking Senzu Bean?
Okay, it's official! You completely lost it!
After Gohan gave us one of the most epic transformations, going Super Saiyan 2 and beating Cell down until he literally puked up Android 18, Cell had enough and went into self-destruct mode. With no other options, Goku does the most selfless thing. He sacrifices himself. Leaving Gohan and us with a heartfelt goodbye, Goku uses instant transmission to transport himself and Cell to King Kai's planet, saving the Earth once again from the hands of evil. Or so we thought. Still, it's a great sacrifice, Goku. Imagine you're an army whose only goal is world domination. You've taken out other military leaders and no other army can or dares to stand in your way. However, on one fateful day, a little kid appears and begins to take out your leading generals, vehicles, and bases until your army is nothing more than a distant memory. That was the Red Ribbon Army against Goku. Let me remind you, at this time Goku was just a kid, and alone he was able to take on the Red Ribbon Army's brute strength and defeated their generals with ease. This came back to haunt Goku later in the Android Saga, but that doesn't take anything away from this feat. Post-Saiyan Saga, we find our heroes on Namek in search for the Namekian Dragon Balls. In their way stands the goofy and charismatic Ginyu Force. That is, until Goku gets back. After practically having every bone in his body broken and then training under 100 times Earth gravity, Goku makes his grand return much stronger than before. After defeating Raccoon with a single elbow to the gut, Goku puts his newfound power and speed to the test against Jeice and Burter, whom the latter claims he is the fastest in the universe. Are you sure, Burter? Because in this 2-on-1 barrage, not only does Goku dodge every attack you throw at him, but moves at a speed that makes it seem like energy blasts are phasing right through him. If there's any lesson to be learned, if you're gonna talk, make sure you can back it up, and not end up on your back. Fans, it's question time. Out of the times the Spirit Bomb has been used, which moment is your favorite? Mine's the much forgotten Universal Spirit Bomb in Dragon Ball GT. Ah, come on. I know it's GT, but we can't discount this amazing display of strength. After surviving Omega Shenron's negative Karma Ball, Goku rises back up out of the grave with an attack of his own, the Spirit Bomb. But the energy from Earth won't be enough. He needs the energy of the entire universe. With the help of King Kai, Goku reaches out to everyone he's ever come in contact with across the universe and gets the power he needs. With the strength of the universe in the palms of his hands, Goku launches the greatest spirit bomb we've ever seen at the Dark Dragon, ending his dark reign over the Earth. Hands down, one of my favorite techniques from Dragon Ball has to be instant transmission. The ability to transport anywhere in the universe all by focusing on someone's energy is just so cool to me. What's even cooler is how Goku uses it. In his deadly fight against Cell, Goku shoots towards the sky and begins to charge his most famous attack, the Kamehameha. However, being that high up, the angle of attack and the sheer amount of power Goku's using will destroy the Earth. With pure concentration, Goku combines his attack with instant transmission and warps right in front of Cell for a point-blank Kamehameha. Individually, to use these techniques at Goku's level is one thing, but to do both at the same time takes amazing focus. Despite their best efforts, when the Saiyans arrived on Earth, the Z-Fighters stood zero chance against them. If it wasn't a Cyberman, then it was Nappa cleaning up the scraps and mowing through them with ease. For example, Chaozu tried to take Nappa with him to the other world, but his attack was nothing more than a bug bite. However, things changed when Goku returned, and I hope Nappa said his prayers. Goku taking on Nappa was the first time in Dragon Ball we really got to witness how fast a Saiyan can grow after a deadly battle. With a whopping power level over 9,000, Goku was able to make quick work of Nappa. After a barrage and a volley of attacks, Nappa was defeated and left paralyzed from the waist down. Talk about ruthless. Snake Way. Over 1 million kilometers long, or 621,371 miles, Snake Way's long and narrow winding road stands in Goku's way. And Goku, fresh out of his mortal body, was able to cross Snake Way in just 177 days. And that's with his detour in Hiffle. To break down Goku's speed, on average, Goku was traveling at 145 miles per hour, which is pretty insane if you ask me. What's even more insane is his return trip. Goku managed to cut his trip down from 177 days to just 2, highlighting how much stronger Goku became with the help of King Kai. Trekking this behemoth made Goku the second person ever to complete the entire journey, the other being King Yemma. During the Zen exhibitions, Goku is challenged by Pride Trooper Toppo, who deems Goku as a villain for putting all the universes at risk. Well, if Goku is the villain, then this would be one of the first times that the villain overcomes the hero. Much like most fights in Super, Toppo takes advantage when Goku is in his Super Saiyan form. However, when Goku decides to let loose, powering up to Super Saiyan Blue, the tide shifts heavily in Goku's favor. Goku embarrasses Toppo, dodging his attacks and responds with stiff kicks to the face and repeated volleys around the arena. Goku then hits Toppo with a point-blank Kamehameha that rips his uniform, which to him is worse than defeat. This act sullies the pride and ideals of the Pride Troopers themselves. Toppo vows vengeance, but Toppo, you're gonna have a lot more to worry about than your clothes. Much like the original Dragon Ball series, Goku's original brawl with Piccolo Jr. goes much underappreciated. In this grudge match, the two went to war, destroying the World Tournament arena in the process of their epic battle, and neither were willing to give up, especially Goku. Goku was gravely injured after a blast went right through his chest, and like the Demon King he is, Piccolo uses this wound to put our hero through the ringer. He stomps on the wound repeatedly, elbows it, throws himself knees first into Goku's legs, and tries to take Goku's right arm. Piccolo makes Goku suffer until he seemingly destroys Goku with a powerful ki blast. However, like Thor, he should have gone for the head, because as Piccolo decrees his victory, Goku returns. In a final act of desperation, he uses a flying headbutt to send Piccolo Jr. out of the ring. If I were to measure Goku's speed to something quantifiable, just how fast would Goku be? Well, apparently he's faster than the speed of light. You see, during his fight with Tenshinhan, Tien uses the solar flare technique to get the upper hand on Goku. However, it's Goku who gets the upper hand on Tien. While everyone else was blinded, Goku quickly moved over to Master Roshi, took his sunglasses and put them on before the light could reach him, hence moving faster than the speed of light. By the time Tien realizes it's too late, he already has a punch in his gut. Back in Dragon Ball, we saw Goku take on the highly skilled assassin for hire, Mercenary Tao, not once, but twice. The first time didn't go Goku's way. Actually, Goku almost passed away from the encounter, so what does he do? He goes back and trains harder than ever before with Master Korin, which pays off in their second encounter. Unlike before, Tao can't lay a finger on Goku, and thinks it must be the sacred water that's on top of Korin's tower that's made Goku so powerful. In a last-ditch effort, Tao tries to trick Goku into thinking he's giving up, but when his back is turned, he throws a grenade. However, it's kicked right back at him, and it seemingly ends his life. Good riddance. By the hand of King Piccolo, Goku witnessed the lives of Krillin, Chaozu, and Master Roshi be cut short. On top of that, the world is coming closer and closer to falling under King Piccolo's rule. Although young, Goku must step up, because he's the only one who can end King Piccolo's reign of terror. Their battle was brutal, and Goku was beaten to a pulp repeatedly by the evil Namekian. However, as Goku has shown time and time again, if he has any ability to keep fighting, he will. With his only working arm, Goku uses a one-arm Kamehameha to launch himself in the air, giving us the iconic moment that's been recreated time after time. With a high velocity, Goku sends his body through King Piccolo's and brings his reign to an end. You think we could make an entire list of Goku's strongest moments without talking about the one that made us all try to go Super Saiyan? After Krillin is thrown in the air like a grenade by Frieza, Goku loses it. His anger rises and bolts of lightning shake Namek. The seas swell and the ground trembles under Goku's rage. Goku's body begins to pulsate as his hair flashes between pure gold like his heart back to black until Goku releases his energy. The Super Saiyan is born, and now the fight is on. In the longest 5 minutes in Dragon Ball history, Goku forces Frieza to use his full power, but it's for nothing. Frieza's fear is now a reality, and in the end, Frieza becomes nothing more than bits and pieces. Super Saiyan is nothing compared to what we see now, but it will always be the OG transformation that lives in our hearts. And that's our list. Are there any moments that we missed? Let us know, and remember, just because we can't turn into a literal Super Saiyan doesn't mean we aren't one. Just like Goku, we're strong, and we're capable of greatness. Even when, or if we fail, we bounce back stronger than ever, just like our favorite Saiyan. Thanks for watching.